wizard, what do you see as you twist the tiles beneath our feet? What do you see? Oh, is it what have you done to me? As the dark energy flows from inside of me, inside of me.
We fell out of love like shooting stars came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you.
mind control.
I think mind control is one of the most underrated players in all of Dota, especially on Nature's Prophet. That's like his best hero, and that's one of the best heroes in this meta
10
right now.
seconds
Curious to
remaining.
see if he'll be doing it. We've seen him on Bristleback quite often in this event. And
5
it's time to get this
seconds
match
remaining.
underway. It's our very first of the day. It's an
Team
elimination match,
Liquid's
as
turn
all
to
are
pick.
today. Team Liquid versus Team Empire.
Team Empire's turn to pick.
Keeper of the light.
That voice is so dope.
It's so deep.
I know. I almost want to scream at the top of my lungs for days just to blow my voice out so I can
10
just sound like
seconds
that.
remaining.
Except I won't be doing anything for that.
I'm just waiting
Team
for
Empire's
the event
turn
that
to
you are on, and it's a 9-day event. You can say it's day 9.
On day 9, and then I'll be able to measure up to Machine's SCCC joke. God, that was top tier.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
Oh, Bounty Hunter. First pick out of Team Empire. Puck, of course, we've seen be very common, but Bounty Hunter making a
10
first-time
seconds
appearance at the
remaining.
main event.
Empire intentionally giving away the Caudle to Team Liquid
5
and
seconds
deciding
remaining.
that Bounty Hunter is going to be their tool to help fight it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he is really bad at that timing once Keeper actually gets his Ags. We've seen that multiple times coming out from Team Liquid. Once they get their Ags, they push high ground with Gem. Or Gem.
Team
Okay, you're
Empire's
sort of
turn
a
to
Caudle specialist. What is Bounty Hunter? Like, what kind of problems does Bounty Hunter present for a Keeper of the Light?
It's just that you can't like run around from lane to lane so much, and you're afraid of the bounty hunter like finding you. You can't jungle as easily, so it's gonna slow down the calls
10
by
seconds remaining.
a lot, I think. But at the same time, as I say, if he
5
actually reaches to the
seconds
point and he
remaining.
gets Arcs, then Bounty Hunter doesn't do anything against
Yeah.
him. They're gonna group up, and Bounty Hunter is not good against team who's grouping up, and they're gonna push them.
I'm curious if you can talk a little bit about the influence of
Team Liquid's
Bounty Hunter
turn to bat.
in the later parts of the game, because in early game he can roam around, he can mess with lanes, he can snipe couriers, but in late game he seems so much focused on track.
Yeah, track will give all of your teammates movement speed and extra gold when you kill your opponents, but I think the movement speed is the main thing for track in the late game. Also, the vision can't be underrated. It makes connecting up kills so much easier.
And usually you really want to get an advantage early on in the game by getting the track kills. So if you're not leading with gold like in the early mid game, then it's probably something that's going wrong. But if you actually win the fight late game with track kills, then you can actually like turn the game super
He also,
fast.
yeah, he enables a lot of heroes who
10
don't farm
seconds
particularly
remaining.
fast. You know, they can go for kills instead of creep kills, and they
Oh,
can
that's a
get
great
extra
point.
gold that
5
way.
seconds
So a lot of
remaining.
times we'll see a Bounty Hunter lineup have, you know, some softer carries, but actually scale decently well into the late game because they have so much money across all 5 of their heroes, not just like 3 in particular.
Wow, that's a great point. And also, you know, you brought up the vision earlier. We've seen some things out of Broodmother, and of course track being able to...
Bounty Hunter can also sneak behind enemy lines and place deep wards, which could potentially help him find Caudle as
turn
Caudle
to
approaches
bat.
other lanes and starts teleporting his teammates to him.
And interestingly, Liquid take Beastmaster over someone like say the Nature's Prophet. Both are good at pushing towers, but Beastmaster I think promotes pushing together a lot more than Nature's Prophet does, and also I think it's much better versus the Bounty Hunter than the
Team
Nature's Prophet. Nature's
Empire's
Prophet
turn
can't
to pick.
split push without fear when there's the Bounty Hunter or Nyx in the game.
Beastmaster can have some laning problems though up against a Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is particularly good at getting on top of the Beastmaster if he's trying to offlane, or finding Beastmaster if he decides to retreat to the jungle.
10 seconds remaining.
So they only banned one of the pushing heroes, the Lycan, and they're still
5
the
seconds
lone
remaining.
druid, which
Team
is
Liquid's
they've picked
turn
a
to
lot
pick.
recently. And I think you definitely want to 5-man if you're Team Liquid.
So here we have the Witch Doctor. This hero lanes incredibly well against Beastmaster because of the paralyzing cask bouncing between both the hero and the boar. And when that
It's
cask
actually
is
worse to just stun the boar and just kill it, because the boar actually gives
10
a lot of
seconds
experience.
remaining.
yeah, so without the boar in lane, Beastmaster
5
he doesn't
seconds
really
remaining.
do very much. He's just this he's almost like a big melee creep with his axes, just walking around.
Especially as Ben said here, if Liquid actually chose to go for the Lone Druid, then the Witch Doctor is very good against him as well, because also there we have a summon that the cask is gonna bounce around on.
Also, the eventual Necro Book coming out from Beastmaster can be stunned with that cask, which will be helpful, because I imagine there's going to be a timing, like Ben was talking about, where Team Liquid decides, hey, we're going high ground with Caudle Ags, and that is going to be the moment where Empire needs to put up an amazing defense.
And in terms of putting up that amazing defense, is it that they'll need to pick
Team
stronger
Empire
anti-push heroes,
turn
stronger
to
defensive heroes, or to coordinate better?
Definitely some more team fight I think would be appropriate, but also they just need to have, they need to have all their core items. They need to have a certain amount of gold to be prepared and ready to take that fight, because Caudle hits this timing where, with his Aghanim Scepter,
10 seconds
he
remaining.
becomes, as soon as he gets that item, he becomes so much stronger than he was,
5
just a minute
seconds
ago.
remaining.
It makes all the difference. So it's like almost like if you're not a burst of gold ahead of Liquid, that Caudle is like very, very valuable.
So it's more likely that they will go for more team fight in that sense than go for anti-push, because when Caudle has the Axe, the anti-push won't really do so much because he will just heal up the creep. They're gonna have Beastmaster Boars and Necrobook, so they're gonna be able to siege the towers anyway.
They can just have somebody TP back and then you port them back in with the Caudle ult. Pretty hard to split push. Also a lot of catch from Team Liquid. Spearbreaker, one of the more difficult heroes to split push against.
They have been like answering the opponent's pick, almost every pick. Like the Bounty Hunter is a response to the Caudle, the Witch Doctor is a response to Beastmaster, Spearbreaker is a response to Bounty Hunter.
And then Weaver is a response to Spearbreaker.
Yeah, it's just it's very fun to like see these drafts where they actually try to outdraft your opponent every time they.
I think that's where Dota is. You need to, why not take
10
advantage of your fourth
seconds
pick?
remaining.
Can you explain the Weaver's response to Spearbreaker?
So
5
Weaver is a
seconds
natural
remaining.
Linken's carrier. So Spearbreaker generally wants to just charge somebody across the map, which he won't be able to do. He'll be able to break Weaver's Linken's globally. So if Beastmaster sees him, Spearbreaker could charge, break the Linken's, and then Beastmaster could roar him, and then burn his mana with Necrobooks and kill him that way. But having a Linken Sphere against Spearbreaker is super nice because he can't really touch you without help.
And if you actually see the Linken's pop on Weaver, then he knows that it's something that can happen, so he's just gonna have a good share away.
Good way to sniff out wards or vision you didn't expect. But doesn't Weaver struggle a little bit until he has that Linken Sphere, because suddenly his invisibility doesn't allow him to evade Spirit Breaker as well?
He certainly can. Weaver does decently well up against melee heroes by
Empires
being a very mobile hero himself, but then also throwing out the swarm, which is a lot easier to land on melee heroes.
Comes the fourth pick, Brood.
Here's the Brood. Yeah, this is this is definitely a comfort pick for Liquid. I think that Empire is decently equipped to deal with it. They still have one
10
more
seconds
pick for their
remaining.
core position, and they could do something like a Bristleback or
5
Sand King,
seconds
or
remaining.
they might be a little light on carry, but like I was talking about earlier, I think Bounty Hunter lineups can get away with having a little less carry than other lineups. So their options for a fifth pick hero up against Brood, I think, are much larger than they would be without the Bounty Hunter. Also, Bounty Hunter throughout the
Team
game,
Liquid's
he's pretty good at
turn
catching
to
out
bat.
Brood Mother.
He is.
At some point in the game, you can just put a Bounty Hunter, put a gem on Bounty Hunter, and you can just walk through the jungle and find Brood. And once you get track on Brood, it's over. You hit him once, and he's not moving.
The problem for Brood as well is that he's gonna be afraid of farming with his hero at like every camp in the jungle, so he's mostly gonna farm with
10
his
seconds
spidlings to not
remaining.
show, to not being able to show, so Bounty can track him,
5
but
seconds
that is also gonna
remaining.
slow down his farm by a lot.
He should win any lane that he's up against, though.
How is it against Puck? Mid.
I think he crushes Puck.
I think so too.
I think there's not that many mid heroes left. I think Ember is probably the best one that I can think of because he's also good for Spirit Breaker. Very hard for Spirit Breaker to catch an Ember Spirit out.
Or Bristleback.
Bristleback's decent too, but we haven't seen FM play it as much as, let's say, the Ember
That's
Spirit.
true.
So,
Yeah, definitely a Resolution Weaver,
yeah.
I would guess.
I do like Bristle, but I'm not sure about the hero player company. If it were Super, it would be Bristle.
It'd make a lot more sense, certainly.
In terms of win condition, I mean, we've talked a little bit about how powerful Oggs is for pushing Keeper of the Light, but is Team Liquid going to be just, you think, exclusively focused on pushing in mid and late game as a core win condition? I mean, the Spirit Breaker is so effective
Team
that
Liquid's
You don't know what their
turn
last
to
pick. They could easily do like last pick AM, and they have another way to win if they want to take it late.
They could do a couple of different options. They have a lot of vision during the day with Caudle and Beastmaster, but it's it is kind of difficult to split push against Bounty Hunter because he places these deep wards and he finds out all the information about your team, and he
10
knows, oh, there's 2
seconds
heroes on
remaining.
this side, there's 1 hero mid and 2 heroes down there, so we can send 3
5
heroes top
seconds
and
remaining.
gank those guys. So it's
Team
you get a lot of
Empire's
information
turn
against Bounty
to
Hunters. Split pushing isn't always the best strategy. I think just finding the right timing, which I think they're definitely geared up to do here, and just going high ground and ending the game early where Bounty Hunter really has a very low impact on team fights is probably the play.
They're just really gonna try to get some pickups early with the Beast, the
10
Spirit Breaker, and maybe
seconds
Burka can get some picks and make sure that the keeper will get his Aghanims,
5 seconds
and
remaining.
then they're probably gonna try to force Roche or Towers during the day.
Does it almost feel like there's a clock on Team Liquid? They have to begin winning this thing sooner rather than later.
Now
I don't think
select
so.
your
It just
heroes.
depends how many kills they give up. I think how many track kills they give up is what's going to determine. I think otherwise they're fine going into the late game. Caudal and Beastmaster will have a huge impact to the vision of this game.
And the Necroboss is always like scary in the late game as well.
Batrider good at picking off the Broodmother, not particularly good in lane. I think Liquid, you gotta watch out for Matoma Man on this Broodmother, make sure he doesn't get out of control.
Interesting to see the last pick Batrider, as he was often one of the first or second picks in virtually every game he's been in. But with the drafts being completed, it means it's time for game number 1 between Liquid and Empire.
Thank you very much, Day9. And indeed, another day begins here at the International 2017. Empire versus Liquid, an incredibly interesting matchup to start the day with. Empire, of course, having this run, Liquid being this incredibly dominant team that's ended up in this lower bracket. The drafts are out, Fog. What do we reckon? We've got a Broodmother gang.
It's looking a bit scary in the laning phase from Liquid. They also have very good ways to kind of deal with that. Later on in their Talkmaster Hawk Vision, the Caudal, once they get the Ags, usually what I've been seeing from GH, he gets the Force Staff first, and then it's usually between the 20 and 28 minute mark. He gets that Aghanims up, and they go for that big push. I'm really liking what Liquid's got going here, though, for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that pretty much the panel says. It does feel like that, obviously they saw the Caudal and it was clear that Empire, they feel that they have a plan in terms of the draft, but instantly once that bounty comes out that early, Liquid, they have this lineup, they've got the Breaker, they've got a lot of good catch. Rezo, obviously on one of his very comfortable heroes that we've seen here at TI, that Weaver, that he's carried many a game upon, but they've got a lot of lockdown. This is a game where Lincoln's, it may not be enough to keep that Weaver alive in the fight, with lots of ways to break through it, and lots of big, heavy control, whether it be the Reaper Scythe, the Primal Roar, that could cause issues for the Weaver.
Yeah, definitely. And tons of ways to break it. With Mana Leak, there's so many ways that they can do that. And with these lane matchups that they're already kind of getting, it's going to be the Caudal and the Beastmaster bottom pressuring.
30 seconds
So
to
they have
go.
the Caudal has to watch his position, Beastmaster does a bit too. But if they have sentries down, they can just watch themselves wherever the bounty is. As long as they can keep track of where Roger is, they can do very, very well in their lanes. Every single one is pretty much a winning matchup except for the Necro mid versus the Puck. Puck favors a little bit higher than that because of the base damage advantage. And it might be a bounty hunter lurking in between the lanes, so.
We'll see if he gets away with this as well. He's at the rune spot, Roger.
Already a charge coming out.
The
Be
bottom
able to get
top.
this. He's going to try for it for sure. He gets himself on top of it, looks for it, and he'll take it. Empire get themselves 3 of the bounty runes there. Nice little way there for Roger and the gang to begin.
Let's take a look if they blocked any camps. So they did block one. Okay. Liquid did actually block the full this time around. So we've been seeing a lot of these dual pressuring aggro lanes just to make sure that they can't pull the wave back. And it's Dire. So Dire always wants to be blocking that full camp since the lane needs to have a better equilibrium.
We'll see how much Rezo gets out of this laning stage. We've seen how many times previously, if Rezo gets a lead early, he's very good at playing it safe. Very few deaths I feel on Rezo as a whole throughout this tournament. Incredibly safe carry. Bottom lane already, GH trying to come in with the blast, but damage is returned. And half health will be forced back, and it looks like at the moment this presence from the 2 supports on Empire down bottom doing a very good job at keeping this off lane away from Resolution.
You can tell where their focus is. Yeah, they're like, okay, Rezo is our big winning condition for this game. It's like a single carry Weaver, so he has to get an amazing start.
Look at this, in fact, with the cast. Some decent bounces off the range creep. Now let's make a bit of a go here onto Roger Control. They are going to try and turn towards the bounty hunter. Charges there as well, but a little too far away, of course. It comes from the other side of the map. See if he continues with it. Doesn't look like he's going to hold back. He's going to continue flying across the map here.
Liquid's very low on regen in this dual aggro. They actually
Kuroki might...
3 tangos.
Can they get away with this?
He's got a dust too.
Yeah,
they
this
should be able to get him.
Potential first blood with Liquid surrounding Roger. Can they get him out of there? That's the question. But Poshka does have the cast. Resolution now turning. In fact, Liquid do have to be careful as well. Rezo gets the Shikuchi hit, but in fact it's going to be the mid lane where Miracle gets a solo kill onto FN. That was not expected, Bob.
That's never expected. That matchup can be very one-sided in some situations, but Miracle, very comfortable laner.
Getting a solo kill in that situation is absolutely huge there.
There must have been some like stepping bounds, maybe orb trying to get on the high ground and then just got chased out. Unexpected damage. Kuro now, secondary dust thrown on.
Oh, he's ready to go for Roger again. Indeed, Roger. See how he plays his way out of this. Of course,
he just wants the bounty rune.
Oh, he's going to get it as well.
Are fortified.
And he should be fine getting out. No one else from the side of Empire heading over. Kuro getting away with that CS in the mid lane despite that death on the puck. Very even at the moment.
Yeah. Necro has a pretty high in game, so your base damage gets better and better in that lane matchup as it goes on. And then the double nulls, of course, as we've been seeing happen very often in all those mid laners, just get double of your stat priority item, so you can just have an easier time laning.
Definitely the scariest lane at the moment being that top lane. The fact that this
ghosting.
Brood is absolutely dominating this lane, Matuma Man.
He's getting eaten every time the spiders walk up. Very low armor hero, the Bat Rider. He's able to get a lot of sticky stacks though. If you can see the actual Broodmother hero, he can get a dust up and they can probably turn and kill him pretty easily. But it's all about having that vision and knowing exactly where he is. But the sentry ward down.
I mean, Ghosting's trying to go, but still, there's a lot of spiders on him. Kuro's going to be coming in with a charge as well. Firefly onto Matuma Man, does have a couple of stacks, pops the stick charges though, trying to man up onto Ghosting, and with the spiders, he may just get this. No, he can't.
Gets him.
He does get him, okay. Looks like Matuma, did he get out as well? He's out of range of the sentry, and he's fine now. No more detection on Roger. Matuma Man survives.
Saving all those stick charges. A little bit of bait play there coming out from onto like lane very well. And now they force movement, so Bounty Hunter went top, and now it alleviates bottom lane for GH and My Control to start attempting to pressure Rezo a bit. But like we said, they really emphasize on making him farm. And now they're actually turning on GH, they get the Maledict and the stun, and GH is going to
bugs on both, yeah, GH.
Rezo might drop
surviving.
though. These guys will stick charge.
He could turn and try and have a bit of a punch back into Mind Control if he wants, he's thinking about it. As he heads forward, but if the next Treat Wave come in, he will hold back. But at the moment, you know, Empire, as you say, with the way they start the lanes, wanting to make sure Rezo has a good start, and they're certainly getting that. It's just that it's costing them out towards the top half. Mid lane, not so much. Sure, there was that one kill, but other than that, FN still standing pretty strong against Miracle in this 1v1 matchup.
That kill could be big, though. Now Miracle's going to get level 6 way earlier than the puck does, so they actually have... Necro can go for kills on that puck very easily with that Reaper sight. He's stepping up aggressively right. He went for it right away. Yeah, he's trying to just keep that puck at bay. And puck has to go back. Doesn't even have bottle yet. No regen. Now it's going to be quite a Necro favorite matchup with that sustain. Cask actually bounces onto My Control there. May have been able to get push up the RNG. Wasn't like that. Roger. I think noting that FN's probably getting 6 soon, trying to make plays around the mid lane, but yeah, FN does have the shrine. It's about to be 5 minutes, so that'll be useful.
Still 1-2 at the moment. Matuma Man in the panel said this. You know, Peter was worried this could become the issue, and already, you know, this is a Broodmother that has been pretty much untouched at the start of this lane. Gets involved in a kill. There was only the bounty that came up to try and have a bit of a look in on bringing Matuma down, but even Roger coming in, having the sentry there ready to go, it's not enough. This Matuma Man Brood is going to become very scary very quickly at this rate. Top of the CS. Roger, finding GH here in the jungle.
This is what Aki was talking about. It really just messes with your farm as a coddle, having that bounty hunter constantly poking you since your solo armor. Every time he hits you, it's an immense amount of damage.
Control, the courier, and he may just find it here with the wolf.
He does. Gets it. That's pretty huge, actually. That surge of gold for the Broodmother and for the Necro mid is going to be very useful.
Will be able to steal the bounty rune here. They pop the dust, hoping to get him on the way out, but Roger, they take the safer route off the high ground. Meanwhile, down upon him again. Look how low Bostick is. Once more, this pressure. As soon as Kuro joins
Spiders
the force of Timber.
Yeah, too many spiders for him to try to turn onto Tumba. Without a pre-sentry ward down, being able to get those initial sticky stacks, he's unable to deal with all those spiders.
I mean, because of the pressure as well,
GH bottom.
Top lane. Miracle feels safe to play aggressive mid. Roger actually gets the courier because of Miracle's aggression. Now they make a bit of a go. Dream Coils drop down. They quite have enough damage though. It looks unlikely. He's still got...
He's very
also, you can't kill this Necro with just those two heroes, not at all.
With the treads as well. Yeah. You know, tread swap with the stick plus the Ghost Shroud is very hard.
And in fact now Roger's the one in trouble. Kuro and GH wrapping around. Do they have detection? They do. One more dust is out. GH to get the kill there with the Illuminate. And that GH's presence there, of course, being off the back, because I think you called it, what, GH?
He died bottom.
Taken down bottom.
Yeah, Rezo dove behind the tower for him. Alone, though. Rezo's putting on aggression by himself. Very much for that bottom lane. The discrepancy between the Necro is really showing that puck. 1,200 gold lead for Miracle here.
Yeah, the difference between the off-laners and the mid.
Look how deep he's going to. May pay for it if there's not lucky bounces.
I don't know.
No,
Between these
no lucky
two,
bounces.
yeah, it feels very unlikely with the levels that Miracle has.
Without the coil, the stick charge is saved up. That double or that 75% amplification.
Bottom lane, Rezo being gone upon here. They've got the Primal Roar as well to lock him down. He
The bash?
does not have the ult up. He does have Shikuchi, and that's going to be enough.
That bash actually almost got him killed.
Time lapse now back and available as well for Rezo. If he gets pressured upon again, we'll have that to rely on.
So they do have Lasso now on Ghost Stick, so same kind of scenario. They still need to have a pre-sentry ward down so they can see where Matu is, and then 1 or 2 stacks they can go for that dive with the bounty. But it's still a very hard kill with all those spiderlings around. Matu looks like he's going for a Deso rush too, and he's going to have it very soon, to be honest. He's about 500 gold away from that Desolator if he wants to get it right off the bat. It's pretty absurd.
This mid lane, they're eyeing a Miracle. They do have Dream Coil to set up to allow Ghost Stick to close the gap. Has got Lasso, will get it off, but already Miracle, he got the first heal. Now the charge from Kuro onto 3. Miracle is just going to look to turn. The Reaper side comes down, Roger's gone. The rest of Empire have to back up. And this really is the problem now. Because of the start Miracle has, it takes so long to even get close to bringing him down that there's more than enough time for Liquid to react.
He's got so many stat items, plus the ring drop. So he absorbed a lot of that damage that was coming out. So right now it's actually the majority of Empire's heroes all magical. It's really just the Weaver who's going to be delivering that physical aspect.
So much pressure on Resolution's Weaver to perform here because that is where Empire did put the focus on making the safe lane happen, but elsewhere, I mean, already just 9 minutes in, starting to get this 3k gold lead, and as you say, with Matuma's build, very close to having this Deso. It's going to be sort of a free 10-minute Desolator. I mean, Liquid, they've got the lineup that they could just group up, they could push. Is one of the methods, as the panel were talking about, to deal with the bounty hunter lineup. And if things go Liquid's way, this game could be over around the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, he's got Deso. I mean, that's one of the fastest Desolators I've ever seen built up.
Empire have to somehow find some way to sort of stop this 5-man from coming together. GH will be found in the jungle. Resolution will be able to get the solo kill here. Indeed he does. So Rezo still doing as much as he can. Bottom lane, Maposhka getting gone upon by Mind Control. Rezo is coming in. Ghost Stick with the TP as well. Doesn't quite have the lasso, but with the Maledict upon Mind Control,
he's buying out all his items.
He's going to be falling low. He's going to go down. Rezo picking up the double kill. Just getting him up. He's now on the same net worth pretty much as Matumba Man.
Yeah, you know, they tri-lane to secure this Weaver's farm, and it's happening. But Bounty Hunter.
That's a massive point. Look at that.
That's the Deso.
It had the Deso. I think it had the Veil.
Oh
what?
My goodness, that's such a...
That's one of the biggest courier snipes I think we've seen here on the main stage.
Yeah, it's,
no
it's
doubt
at 10
about
minutes.
that.
Like, that fact that it's that early with that many items on it is super significant. Matu still is going to be able to pressure the top lane very well, though, as that Broodmother. He gets it down to half health and more than half health.
What a snipe to have there. Yeah. We'll see how much of a hold it does put onto Liquid's momentum, but yeah, definitely a sizable pick off there from Roger. Roger very, very close to nearing that level 6 as well. So something that's certainly going to help Empire recover on his level 4. Yeah, he's gone on. Might some time here. Still goes down. Maybe they can get a kill in return. This is a good paralyzing cast. And with the lasso as well dragging Miracle back. Resolution's turned up as well with the boats down. These would be massive kills. And with the Dream Coil, they might just get them, and they do. They take down both Miracle and Kuroki. Big response there from Empire.
All 4 of them making that rotation in, literally everybody. Rezo being extremely involved, as he needs to be. You know, he's the strongest hero on his team at the moment. He has to be making those rotations, those plays around first, to make sure that his team doesn't fall behind. Bounty about to get 6, as you were mentioning. Get that track online. Mike Control popped it randomly.
He's aware of it, yeah. Pops the dust straight away.
Do the scan first. So it did seem like he knew that the bounty wasn't here.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But now, same thing. Matu takes that top tower, another 1,400 gold. We have to wait for that courier, though. That courier has all of their big items on it, as you mentioned.
And I think, you know, Roger's courier snipe there may have sort of saved him dying immediately under the Reaper's side. If there was a Veil of Discord in that fight, he would have popped under the ultimate. Now Bonham gets the track out. FN in the neighborhood as well. They'll head forward with their own Veil, bursting this Spirit Breaker down. And with Roger closing the gap, they look to get this one. This is going to be a bit of a track kill. And they'll get it. FN takes the touch. Track kills begin to come into play. Empire certainly starting to slow down that very much lead that Liquid had. Still the 3K, but it started to level off at that moment. It was sharply veering in favor of Liquid. Empire managed to stabilize the lead that Liquid have.
GH has gotten to resorted to the jungle now. Since his team is forcing so much pressure on the map, he has a lot of more room to try to farm that first step.
Dire's middle tower.
They have a very strong push lineup though. When they can actually group together with this Necro, with the Beastmaster. Oh, actually stops the TP.
Absolutely worth there for Roger. That's the TP. The build continues from Matumba, going for the Mask of Madness on this Brood, so it's only going to speed up the farm, speeds up the push as well.
Imagine if he had his Deso. He'd be even more farmed than this.
He's going to have
12 minutes and he's got Deso, Mask of Madness, and Soul Ring. It's absurd. Level 12 already on this board.
Down bottom lane, into the smoke. They want to try and catch Mind Control straight in with the Blink Dagger reveal from Ghosty. They grab him, bring him back with the Maledict upon him. There's no hope here for the Beastmaster as Mind Control gets caught out, taken down. Another kill for Resolution, putting him closer towards that ultimate orb.
He's already got one. Yeah, he's gonna have the really fast links here. That's pretty relevant this game to not get picked off so much by the Spirit Breaker Beastmaster.
But
however, he does have all majority of the kills on his team, so if he does get brought down, the amount of a big surge of gold will go toward Liquid if they're able to actually isolate him.
I mean, you see, well, sentry down. Liquid getting right back to the base before getting that courier out again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So that there's no chance of Roger being in the neighborhood. For the time being, Roger up towards the top.
If Matu lost this courier, he'd be so sad. He's got like 5,000 gold.
This is nice though. Straight away with the Mask of Man, it's a large spider army in the Desolator.
And Medallion, they've got Beastmaster, they've got the Aura, they've got more than enough to bring this down.
This is going to pull down incredibly quickly, and with the position that Empire in elsewhere on the map, very unlikely that they're going to head over to this spot.
Matu's not even using Insatiable Hunger. That's how confident they're going to get this one. So for the push, he's going to go do better for the fight, and then hold on to it. 14 minutes. This Broodmother is a menace.
Yeah, Liquid can seriously think about getting the push together once again now, looking towards some of these tier 2s if they wish. Rezo gets himself the Arcane Rune.
They can continue just forcing pressure and forcing Empire to react to them. Well, like we were talking about, the very important thing is GH's Ags, and slowly but surely, sitting in the jungle.
I mean, this is the big kill. They will have to do it twice. It looks like they may do it once. They have the trap upon him, now trying to stay with the Insatiable Hunger, but he's held back by the Dream Coil. But to a man, silenced as well. That's one kill. Can they do it a second time, though? GH in the neighborhood. Empire going to come back in. They've got the lasso. They saved it for the second round. Dragging Matumba Man back. Tracks upon him again. Roger trying to fight him, and with the burst from FN, they'll take him down. Aegis gone.
3-man track as well.
Very nice kill there, bringing down the Broodmother twice and taking the Aegis away from Liquid that quickly after they pick it up. Big plays there from Empire. Bottom lane, Rezo.
Matu's playing in a very aggressive stance there in the enemy jungle farming. While his team's everyone else was completely away from him. Nobody else was playing around Matu there.
Dire's top tower is
maybe seeing if they can make a play happen here. Rezo and Roger. Towards Miracle, the bugs are out upon him.
He's got no TP, so they will be chasing for a bit, but there is backup from Liquid approaching.
Well, doesn't quite have the Primal Roar back up. Indeed, yeah, a little too hard for Rezo and Roger to chase down.
Kuroki just went on a big warding expedition. Just got 2 very deep, actually 3 very deep wards, watching a lot of what Empire is going to be doing in the next couple minutes. And yeah, here we see the sticky napalm is super obnoxious for Broodmother, having one of the worst turn rates in the game, unable to actually focus on anybody with that Insatiable Hunger. They're looking to go on again.
They might get away with it. Ghost Stick, can he close this gap? Put the orb forward. I'm going to jump in another moment, just trying to keep the force back away from this. Again, this is sort of a similar sort of play that we saw from Empire in previous games, where they have the 4 of them working together. Rezo just giving that bottom lane, making sure that Weaver continues to find the space.
He's got the link, it's nice and early. Treads, Aquila.
6-0-2, a KDA that we've become very much used to seeing on Rezo in the early stages of the game. Very, very few deaths on this map.
Radiant are scanning.
They get the scan out onto what they would probably think is GH. GH has literally just been jungling still. In about 7 minutes, getting closer and closer toward that Aghanim. Goes for the force that first, as always. But Liquid is very content with the farm, letting Empire make mistakes and all the pressure. Roger
And they're going on him with the Veil upon him and the Reaper's side. There's no escape for that man. Resolution's going to try and turn the Ghost Stick, jumping forward with the lasso. Will grab the Spirit Breaker. Kuro down. Do lose 2 for in the long run, so Liquid are happy with this one. If they can get Reza, that would be massive. But the Linkers protects him.
Ghost Stick getting slowed up a lot here with the high ground.
So Liquid definitely showing us that once they can get a lead in like that, they can find the trades, come out on top. Matuma Man already sweeping back over to Empire's side of the map, has eyes on FN. Those Resolutions around as well. Rezo sitting in the middle lane.
It really tells what Liquid's idea is in this game. The fact that he goes for the Deso rather than go for something like an Orchid. Orchid this game versus Puck versus Weaver versus Back can be extremely potent this, so far, but he wants to be that big physical damage dealer because he is pretty much their one hero. They have a Necro who's going to be building toward that Radiance, as we see Miracle getting very close to it actually. But he is the big physical objective taker. He's the one who hits buildings, so he doesn't really care about killing heroes. That's not the nature of Liquid's lineup. It's about that siege.
And on top, Empire looking for the easier kills.
Oh, GH is gonna they're gonna chase him down here
with the blinding light and the force stuff. Yeah, it's too much. Too much distance for Empire to close. They can look to put some pressure on this top tower. Ghost Stick and Roger in the neighborhood. Lasso. Back up in 25.
GH has like a specific formula. It's always like Tranquils, Windlace, and Force Dust. So he's got that extra movement speed to get away from those ganks too. They're so comfortable playing around with this hero. Look at how much they're farming. They're all kind of like positioned around each other. Right now it's not the time for Liquid to force anything. They're like, all right, finish up our next big items. The Radiance, of course, or Miracle, which is about 100 gold away. Nothing else that's too massive other than the Ags on the bottom and perhaps a BKB maybe on the
top lane GH, my control in there for the defense. Empire though, this still want to jump. Ghost Stick comes in, Primal roars down to the Batrider. For Rezo, he's still ready to fight, throws out the bugs. There's the track as well, connection onto GH, forces himself back, but Rezo and Roger takes him down at the tree line. That'll be 1 track kill. Now mind control, he's surrounded by 3, does at the back of a Kuro, coming in onto Ghost Stick. Ghost Stick will go down, but Empire looks like they may just have the cleanup. The Shuriken bounces, double kill for Rezo, they're into the trees as well. Looking for Kuroki, he'll pop the stick charges, trying to juke it out, but with the track vision, there's no escaping.
He's godlike already.
Triple kill for Rezo, all track kills as well there. As he's very close to having that diffusal blade done. In fact, taking this tower will pretty much put him in that position. Lane, Roger. Goes to the track onto Matuma. Rezo already there in position.
God.
Rezo, can he go for this on his own? It's a little bit tricky, this one. This spider is incredibly scary. And with Miracle there, Rezo's got to be careful. Will time-lapse back out of it, knows that this is not a kill he can take.
The damage from Insatiable Hunger and Desolator.
Intrigued to see what Matuma Man goes for next as well. A lot of money on this spider. Almost certainly considering his options. I mean, are there any sort of items that scream out as incredibly good to have early on in this game?
BKB is decent, just the magic resist AR, the magic Mimi versus Bat and Puck. Or you can go for the Manta to remove that obnoxious track all the time. To the more defensive ones.
Right, Rezo.
Rezo just non-stop
wanting to play around with this. They've got the Puck here as well. That fan ready to go. Drops down the Dream Coil. Mind control. He'll turn. He does have a Primal Roar, but he's silenced up. There's no escape for this Beastmaster. And Rezo just continuing the streak. 10 kills already on this Weaver. Yet to die. And that was without the Diffusal. He has that now as well.
13 of 14 kills with Rezo running around.
Absolutely insane. Lema Poshka will be fine. Miracle. Quite close enough to get off that Reapers. So hold him back. Overall still, as we can see, slight net worth lead here for Liquid.
Yeah, just about 4k.
The fact that Miracle Amateur farming a little bit better, but it's incredibly close.
Yeah. Does look
GH though, I mean this, it's going to be another freebie here for Rezo and the gang. Tracks out as well. And I mean, Resolution,
they're just giving him every kill.
His life. And this is insane. Rezo is going to be such a threat this match. If he's not shown to be one already. This Weaver becoming a massive issue. Matuma Man, indeed, as you suggested, going for the Manta style. To give him a bit of a chance against these silencers. Tracks top lane. Kuro jumps upon by Ghost Stick. There's only Ghost Stick and Roger. We'll see they have enough damage. Flame Break out. Does cancel the charge there. And with him in the Firefly, that should about do it, and it does. Another kill. And I've got to say, 21 minutes into the game. This is so many track kills.
Yeah. He's already hit the level 12 threshold on the Bounty Hunter. So that's where it actually becomes a lot more useful for your teammates and for yourself. Being eyed up by Matuma and Mind Control. They do have the Primal Roar, but again,
Lincoln's is hard to make a go. In fact, there's the wraparound around for Roger. FN drops the Dream Coil. Track starting to get laid out. They've got him onto both. Death Track there as well. Matsuma getting bursted down low. FN coming forward with the Reaper Suck down to Rezo. It's not enough. Time lapse is out. Resolution survives. Turns back towards Matsuma Man. Matsuma, can he survive with the insatiable hunger? He can't. Matsuma Man's down. Kuro looking to charge forward, trying to get the Witch Doctor. Will find it. The Resolution survives. It's just a 1-for-1. Empire only losing the support again. Getting track kills at a big kill as well, bringing down Matumba, who was at the time top of the net worth.
Rezo living again though, he's becoming way too big, he's becoming a massive problem. Another track
and
kill.
he just picks up 9 control. In fact, maybe he's got a double damage. Rezo's got a double damage. This is so damn scary. He looks towards Miracle and Kuroki. He'll take the tower first under their nose, and now he says, now I'll come back to look towards you. Don't get back down. Can he get out of this one? He's bringing Miracle down there with the Shikuchi. He does it.
Oh my God.
As well. Goes stick with the lasso. Grabs GH, brings it back. They get the full team wipe. Empire here on this main stage, dominating Liquid in these team fights. Resolution going absolutely ham, and it isn't just the Rezo show, it's his full team enabling him. The track plays Roger on this Bounty Hunter. Just getting so much done for the team. And you see Rezo, he's just focusing the tower. He wants the tower first, then he turns back for the kills. And again, playing on the edge of his life, does not have time-lapse yet to rely on, and he just swags it out of there with the Shikuchi.
It was actually so close to him dying there, but you see how aggressive he's playing? There's like no downtime right now for Rezo. Every single situation, it's not like he goes back to farm. He just goes, looks for a rune, goes for a kill, non-stop looking for GH to try to punish Liquid. Since he is still pretty hard to kill. The only real thing that they have for him is the Spirit Breaker, but with that Lincoln's, it's a very tough thing to bring down. This Weaver is very elusive. Now with the full Maelstrom picked up, going to be going for the BKB next. And he's got that magic community. It's going to be very scary for Liquid. But now, you know, Liquid's draft is all about getting that Aghanim timing, and it's getting closer and closer. 1600 away for GH now.
Roshan is up. We'll see if either side looks to take it. So previously, how Liquid can find it. Liquid themselves, they will get a free pick here. Roger caught out in the river. Reaper side down, make sure that bounty's out for as long as possible. 65 seconds without that bounty hunter.
Liquid's gotten pretty tired of all these invis mechanic bugging them so much so. Yep, gem picked up. No more of those shenanigans.
They need to control both Roger and Rezo.
They're having too much impact on the map. Just knowing when to take fights. Rezo's just showing up to all of them from that bounty hunter, giving him all the vision. Roche is back up now. Does get scouted out. And Liquid has a very good team to Roche with his Insatiable Hunger and the Beastmaster.
Got away with it last time. Liquid looking like they have a pretty good shot at getting away with it again. Rezo is in the neighborhood though. A couple of hits onto Kuro already. This will be procced. He has to be a little careful now in case he gets locked down further. He tried to turn towards Kuro, but the charge is Kuro. Can they get the kill? No, Rezo! He's forced out! Rezo will survive for the time being. No, the Reaper Sun comes in. Massive kill for Liquid. Now they can look for more. Miracle up on the high ground. Did get dragged back by Ghost Stick. Empire have to back off with Rezo gone.
Dead for 90 as well.
Such a huge kill. An insane amount of gold as well going towards Miracle. About 850 for that. Ending the streak.
Yeah, experience as well. That's a very over-leveled Weaver. They get a chunk going for them. This is perfect now. They get the Aegis and the Cheese. They're starting to pick up more ways to break that Lincoln's now with Dagon as well. So that's the thing, is that they don't have a crazy amount of stunts for the Weaver, but sometimes Spirit Breaker can just be enough with the Beastmaster as well.
I mean, we saw there as well, Rezo maybe relying too much on his team, getting a bit overconfident, and he did decide to stand the ground and try and finish off Kuroki. But it really did come back to bite him, and now 50 seconds without the Weaver, with an insane amount of pushing power from this Broodmother. Empire could lose a lot here in this mid lane if Liquid wish to stick around with this Aegis. We'll see how well the rest of the 4 of them can keep them out of it. But they're standing their ground. Now with the Maledict and the Dream Coil, Matuma's got to be careful about Matuma.
Dead once, but he's got Aegis.
Will they go back in now the Aegis is gone? That's the question. Miracle gets the tower at least. And Liquid will back off after that. So Aegis expended, but it did get them that tier 3 tower. Now they can look to the shrines.
Yep. Aghanim is about to be done now. This is the most important thing, and Beastmaster is also building for a halberd, so more and more ways to break that Lincoln's all they're looking for. If they can just have that disabled, then it's super hard for this Weaver to actually get in the fight. He's elusive, but not once his Lincoln's is down.
Yeah, and as we saw that just there, if Rezo's out of the game, Liquid have pretty free reign to do what they wish in terms of pushing, taking objectives. against the other 4. They need Rezo alive for that hard-hitting physical damage.
FN's starting to get up there too, though. 4-1 and 6.
We'll see it again here. I mean, it's a resolution, as you can see. He turns back towards Kuro. Feels like he can get the kill, but immediately, once that charge comes through, does get the initial time that's off, but Miracle beautifully holds onto that Reaper's side. Make sure it's there for the second time, and the big kill is granted for Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid knows they just need to pretty much expend everything on this Weaver. The other ones, their damage, they can be annoying, but it's nothing in comparison to what the Weaver's doing.
Now Liquid is ready to come down mid again. The wall's working on the shrine.
Empire needs BKB on Weaver, and a secondary Linkage would actually be super useful.
Liquid comes forward, but he will get caught under the sentry. First tracks out, they'll look back the flame break, has the man to start dead forward as well. Ghostic being charged upon, he'll get Yule's stuff. With Miracle, Kuroki closing the gap, jump over the Nether Strike to Reaper's side. That's Ghostic down for 80 seconds. Already on the back,
getting isolated.
Resolution's gone as well.
There's no buyback, that's 70 seconds.
70! Empire, they maybe begin to crumble as Liquid seemingly breaking them apart, and they'll get the mid-racks off the back of that. Ghostic flies back, but nothing they can do to keep this mid lane alive.
The heals just, it's now nighttime though. Liquid has to retreat completely, but like we're saying, that 24 to 28 minute mark is pretty much where I always see GH get that Aghanix online, and Liquid makes that push time.
They're so good at playing around it. And Rezo, he can't afford to get caught out like there. We saw him try and come in from the back lines, get himself involved.
Needs the BKB, like we said. He needs it now at this point to deal with that gem that Mind Control's picked up. He can't be that elusive, obnoxious hero that he was before, weaving into the back lines, finding GH and isolating him. They always see him when he runs in now.
Yeah, especially with this Dagon scaling up on Miracle.
Yeah.
They get any sort of lockdown onto Resolution, and they will be able to easily burst in.
Now we've got the BKB for Matu, build that we kind of expected, the Manta BKB versus what Empire has to show.
Then he's going to be spotted out here. They've got the charge upon him.
He can pick up the Lincolns here before he goes out.
And he does.
Got it finished.
That's the Lincoln's purchase.
Still getting charged out though. Does have boots to travel, so he's pretty speedy.
Got orb again in a second. See if we can continue to play around with Liquid. There's the Dream Core holding back Kuroki.
Should be fine.
And that indeed will allow FN that free pass to get back to base. Resolution, in terms of that BKB, still a bit of a while to go. About 2,000 and he'll have it.
They've got a couple minutes though, downtime for they've got about 2.5 minutes till Liquid groups up again and goes for that push. Aegis isn't the important. Aegis and Cheese doesn't really matter for what Liquid has. All they care about is daytime for that Aghanix Coddle. Empire trying to take advantage of that with the smoke.
See what
they know something's up. They actually started pinging it. The Beastmaster, see Mind Control started pinging. He had the Hawk overhead where they were smoked up.
Liquid well out of the path here of Empire. Very much grouped up on this high ground. In fact, Empire do continue to move around. Liquid themselves could look to have the favorable position to fight. Still continuing. Walls around the posture. He's going to try and TP out here. Will he make it in time? He does the charge. Quite close enough to connect.
Unable to find anything during that. Nighttime, still about almost 2 minutes left on it. Let's see if Empire is able to do anything still with that, but Rezo still trying to get closer and closer to that BKB, 1,300 away. That's what they mean. They need that BKB to be able to take the fight versus Liquid at that next daytime.
I mean, and then sure, when he has the BKB and the Lincolns, he's going to be harder to catch, but there's still ways that they can work around it. They have multiple ways of still breaking that Lincolns through the BKB. So if Liquid's execution is absolutely tip-top, they can still control him, and they can definitely still kill him with the damage that Matumba Man's offering, with the punches. I mean, even with just mind control, having that aura, getting a few bashes through from Kuro.
Ghostic doing a favor for everybody, telling them the roast timer.
Have got to watch out.
Playing Weaver versus Spiritbreaker is so difficult, just because how naturally tanky the hero is, and just how easily he can actually lock you down with his two spells, because, you know, BKB piercing disables. And Rezo trying his best to get that BKB done.
Exactly the rest of the way that the lineup Liquid was going as well. Matumba queuing up the Basher, and once he gets Basher Abyssal, even harder for Rezo in these fights. He really has to keep his distance.
30 seconds till day. Liquid's already got the lanes pushed out. Bottom lane is not in a great spot for them, but they don't care about that bottom lane. The only one that really pushes hard on Empire is Resolution. So what they want to do. They're push timing, and they push very hard with that Beastmaster.
Empire's got to get back and do something about this. Miracle still with the cheese, ready for this push. Dagon scaled right up as well. They catch anyone, they should be able to instantly get themselves that kill with the Reaper's Sight. 5 seconds and Reza will be able to TP back for the time being. He's putting the pressure on that bottom lane. It's to try and get that tier 3. Slowly but surely he's going for it now. He'll TP back. There's the charge. Ultimate Posture Dream Coil will hold the gun on the back. Ghost Stick comes in, grabs him, Mind Control, tracks him right back. The Death Ward down as well. Mind Control falling low. He's gone. Matumba Man will find the kill off the Witch Doctor. Positive BKB moving towards Ghost Stick. Resolution on the side, trying to work it onto Miracle. Miracle has the Ghost right out. Resolution BKB does well, but they've lost Ghost Stick. Matumba Man just manning up, moving in. Grezzo, can he find Miracle? Is getting close and he will. Does take Miracle down. They're holding back. Liquid, Matumba Man does finally get the tier 3 charge, the connection, the bash. No! Time lapse just in time for Resolution. Now looking back towards Kuroki, tracks out upon him. Double kill for FN. Matumba Man and GH, they're still in the base. Can they actually get out away from these two? There's going to be a buyback from Kuroki, looking to try and get back in the fight and help out. GH healed up by the blast. Rezo falling low. He does not have the time lapse again. He's got to be careful. GH indeed bringing him in. And Rezo, he's going to get taken down. Down for 80. And now with Rezo gone, Liquids, they'll be able to easily clean up a second lane of Rex. There's still a tier 2 down bottom. We'll see how much Liquid can do. I don't know if they can necessarily go for the game. I mean, the Mind Control's back up in a second. Maybe they can just look to finish it now.
They can just keep recalling everybody.
Just got Matumba Man just becoming this absolute beast of a spider. They cannot deal with him. And as we saw then, GH just bringing the team in, and with the 4 of them there, they may be able to just go for the game. 50 seconds, no Rezo, no Witch Doctor. I don't think Empire can stop this. The push is too much from Liquid.
The Illuminate heals, the Blinding Light, just everything coming into factor there. Just too much for Rezo to kind of deal with, and being able to Kuroki to buy back.
I mean, they're trying their best, but immediately the Blinding Light making sure the Ghost Stick cannot get him out of there. And now with the Ancient exposed, GG is called. Liquid, so damn good with utilizing the Keeper of the Light. GH pulling together that final finishing push.
You can just see how comfortable they are on it. It's literally like, it's so methodical, and it's, all right, it's like a minute and a half before daytime, they already start solving their lane issues, and then they all
wizard, what do you see as you twist the tiles beneath our feet? What do you see?
Team Empire's turn to pick. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Night Stalker.
Team Liquid's turn to pick. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Dark Seer.
Slaughter.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Red Rider!
Team Empire's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Empire's turn to ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Empire's turn to pick.
Oracle.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Disruptor!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Empire's turn to pick.
Life Stealer.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Anti-Mage.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Empire's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Empire's turn to pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Puck!
Tusker!
You may now select your heroes. seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Lies against you.
Prepare for battle.
Wow!
Thirty seconds to battle. The battle begins.
'Tis mine, my master.
Denied.
A soldier's fortune. A talisman. A gift from the tempest of battle. This sustains, gold remains. I foresee an end to
the lifesteal. So they've got like the contingency kind of plan going for Liquid too.
Mind control, getting decent levels, and Nettie has that soul ring, so maybe then can look to try and turn back into the lane, put some pressure back on Resolution. Resolution continuing to being backed up by the Disruptor. So not feeling scared at all, feeling very confident in this lane.
4 minutes first night. Let's see what Roger's going to be able to accomplish here. GH gets the crush. Doesn't actually get slowed by the Void. Now he does, though. They're going to get some stickies on him. Should be able to chase him out with a few more, but they want to continue the chase. With the next crush coming out, the stickies are just adding up, and GH should be dead here.
Fire. Get that, indeed. Getting something out of that first night. Not necessarily the biggest kill, but a kill nonetheless. They'll maybe look towards mid lane. Still hanging around on the sidelines here.
Kuroki's just sitting right behind him the whole time.
How do you even think about making a go into this Huskar? Even at this early stage, as you say, where he's certainly weaker, pre-armlet, and whilst the levels are low. How do you, I mean, you can, I guess, look to try and jump onto the Oracle, but you're almost certainly going to pay with your life link, because then Miracle is going to be enabled to
They're going to go for a trade. Kuroki maybe going to get hit here by Roger, but the TP coming in from GH. They don't have Fortune's End jumps just up yet, so.
Getting quick TP in from GH. Making sure that Empire don't get too aggressive. Still FN keeping up very well in the CS.
Like we said though, that's the nice thing about having the lifesteal matchup. They just leave the lifesteal alone, and you see GH and Kuroki literally just porting around, trying to make just secure Miracle as best as possible. And Mind Control has resorted to the jungle almost entirely, because anti-mage burning that mana can be pretty annoying. Getting more levels of Iron Shell early is what you want versus that AM. Pressure him in the lane a bit.
Thou art denied.
GH picks his way top, wants to put a little more pressure. Matu now getting an opening onto Ghost Stick, but that Firefly able to get that high ground advantage. Matu unable to continue the chase.
Look who's coming with rotation. Coming in. Yeah, Kuro's going to be there.
TP's coming out. Oh, he actually gets on the low ground too.
Ghost Stick's out of there. Top lane, a bit of a dive coming through GH. Started to move him with the Iron Shell. That mid lane, big kill for Empire.
As soon as Kuroki leaves, Roger makes a perfect rotation coming in.
Exactly what they need to do. Any chance to get that jump on that Huskar.
Pre-coil. That's the nice thing about Night Stalker this early in the nighttime. He's still, that right click is very threatening with the void damage, while the magic resistance is low on the Huskar. Top lane though, with that level 3 Iron Shell, they're starting to put a good amount of pressure onto Empire here.
Let's close the gap.
The Polska gotta be in serious trouble here.
I don't think there's any escape here with this Disruptor. Pop down the Thunderstrike, Mana Void comes down, but Polska's gone. Maybe Empire can get some kills in return. We'll get one of them. They look towards GH with the turn up from FM with the Dream Coil. That will take a second. So getting the trade, Rezo involved in both of those as well. Diving just a step too far. Empire on point with their reactions.
That's the first nighttime. It's very important for Roger to get all these kills, already 4 kills that he's been involved in.
Nearly has the phase boots. That's going to help any bit of physical extra they can have against Miracle's Huskar. Could make the difference. They're going to look to try and make it go again. They feel that he's relatively on his own. They will get glimpsed back. This is a good chance for Empire to clean him up. They've got the silence, the Thunderstrike, bringing him down low. Miracle will try and turn, but he's gone again. Kuroki not quite there in time to provide any sort of backup. This is exactly what Empire need to be doing. Taking down Huskar, Miracle twice in quick succession. The dream for them in this early.
Yeah, they're slowing down the armlet a bit. He's still going to have it really early because he's bought all the components every time while he's dying, so the Gloves of Haste is the only one that's missing for now. That's where it becomes, you know, just super difficult to kill him with that bonus armor that armlet will give him, and of course the toggle ability. But yeah, that's where Huskar is susceptible, those early levels, like we keep mentioning. Exactly what they need to be doing. Ghost Stick farms up a double or triple stack that he had over on the side, finishing up the drums now on the Batrider.
Resolution, level 7, up there even with Ultima Man in net worth at the moment. Roger will come across, just find Mind Control, make sure he gets the surge off in time. Watched it there as well, and perhaps the kinetic field, they've got a good chance of finishing this off. GH coming in to look for the crush to keep him alive, but FN jumps in with the Dream Coil. That's enough to take down one. GH, Matuma trying to go for it. Matuma does get this back, but no, the Infest to hold him in position. Sweet little Infest play there from Matuma to juke out the glimpse, get himself the kill.
And they get 2. They get Roger as well on the south.
Very neat little play. This time Liquid with the superior reactions to Empire coming deep across Liquid's half of the map. Now Matuma Man in position to try and contest the farm of Resolution on this top lane.
Rezo's going to have a good timing on that Battle Fury. they're looking pretty okay. 1K gold lead right now for Empire.
A soldier's fortune.
Liquid's going to be hitting that timing very soon, though, with that armlet.
Yet to make any sort of plays here with the lasso. As you say, he has the drums. Still very much away from the blink dagger. But in terms of reacting, it's going to make it a little harder as well for Miracle to look to jump near towers, having the threat of being jumped upon and lassoed. Yep. Unless Kuro obviously is in the neighborhood. Kuro, how's he doing towards that level 6? Yeah, still a bit of time.
4. Yeah, 4. Yeah, still early though. There's the strength of Liquid's lineup gets it when, you know, the armlet comes out once Kuroki hits 6. I mean, Darkseer mech is going to be another luxury that can come out too. But now Matsu with that move, that natural TP top, he makes his way toward top and is actually just pressuring the tower. Gotta be able to bring that one down soon. That's going to give him good access points to put some wards down and watch resolution where he's farming. Miracle now starting the siege on that mid tower with that 3rd point in the Berserker Blood for the increased magic resistance.
GH actually doing a wrap around here. Will not quite get the crush. Rezo very quick there with the blink reaction. And will maintain hold of this top lane for now. Same time, middle, a bit of a rotation coming through. Will be scanned out though by Liquid.
Regeneration!
Girl will know to play it safely.
Empire smoked up around the area too. The scan wasn't, but didn't catch the actual smoke heroes. It caught the bat, but see if they're actually going to get a pick off here. Kuroki trying to get that level 6 online.
There is back. Look at the position there. Miracle and TH still prepared for any sort of play that comes in. Trying to use Kuroki as bait at the moment.
Voshka really wants to dive. This is picking it out. Liquid's in position.
We'll see if they get away with it. They look to lead in. They've got the flame break pack. Immediately going on to Kuroki. He's trying to get in position for the crush, but Kuroki's already down. They glimpse Miracle away as well. So Liquid do not have a chance to do anything in return. Empire just taking the kill from right in the noses at the same time up top. Looking for Matuma. Matuma's out of mana.
Wow, they actually get him here.
Playing around there in a situation where he had no chance to rage. Another free kill for Empire. Rezo blinks himself away from GH just in time.
Empire playing that very well. Roger getting that super early level 6 on the Night Stalker there, able to turn in nighttime with that darkness. And with the sticky, that's where the slow turn rate is always obnoxious. Ardo was unable to get the crush and they couldn't get any trade kills. Miracle now putting some pressure on that tower with the wagon. Voshka's got Glimpse and has Static Storm. They have a lot of TP rotations.
They want to try and do something. Their false promises now up. Yeah. So this becomes a hell of a lot harder. They'll look towards the side to pick off Liquid's GH to begin things now. Turning towards Miracle. Miracle feeling very confident. In fact, he jumps straight in. Look for Roger. Will get Glimpse back. But Roger getting wrapped around upon by Matuma Man. Vacuums there as well from Mind Control. They'll clean up the Night Stalker. Liquid starting to get aggressive. Empire. And they slow this down. Flame break onto Miracle.
Where it begins. 5-man group up together by Liquid with that armlet, with that level 6 Kuroki. GH now looking for a bit of space. Needs a little bit more farm. He's not been having the most successful rotations. 1 in 3 actually on GH in that slaughter.
Empire have to be so careful around this mid. We've seen, you know, if they show Miracle will jump on them. Yeah. He knows that he can survive at this stage.
It's nighttime now.
Around him.
Start to make plays around their vision.
If they can get the silence onto Kuro with the Static Storm, maybe they have a chance, but without that, there is just no killing this Husker at this stage. They'll glimpse him back. Kuro, can he save him in time? He should be able to. False promise out straight away. I mean, they will force the ultimate out. Maybe they could try and fight around the cooldown of it. Roger, he's looking to intend to do so, comes forward. No, without FN having the Dream Core back, still down for a minute. Very hard to even try and take those fights when the false promise is unavailable.
They're trying to use their night times every single time though with Empire, because the anti-mage isn't fighting with them. They need that benefit of the night, so they're going to smoke up again to do that pressure to give resolution space to get that battle period a good timing. And he's very close to it, 500 away. Smoke breaks. Kuroki sees it. Trying to go for Miracle again here, but he actually disjoints it.
Miracle's ready to fight, jumps forward onto Roger. There's the lasso, but immediately there, the Fate's Edict on Miracle. The magic damage is not going to go through. Miracle just chases down Roger, tries to fly himself away. The rest of Liquid looking towards the remainder of Empire, towards the side of it, get the vacuum back onto Miposhka.
Great response from Liquid. Did he disjoint the Glimpse of the Light Break?
It looks.
That's what it looked like, right?
I don't know if we can get a replay of that one, but something happened there. And either way, it's just the Disruptor going down, but still it's getting scary. We're seeing Liquid grouping up as a team. Empire having a lot of trouble trying to even dent this 5-man lineup that Liquid are presenting.
GH gets picked up again though, slowing down his farm and his levels quite a lot. Didn't even, they actually really want him to get that level 6 early for that Roche.
We'll see it again here. There was the glimpse, and indeed.
Yeah, he did. He disjointed it with the
because of the
life
immunity.
break. Yeah, you get the invulnerability during that.
Tower is under attack.
During that like split second when you're jumping.
Dyer's
Really well
top
played by
tower
Miracle there, not getting repositioned.
Dyer's top tower.
And now the
has
deep
fallen.
aggressive wards come out to watch where the anti-mage is going to be farming. 3 placed by Liquid. Now the next one that we talk about usually is the one defensive ward you put in your jungle to watch when anti-mage goes in there. So that'll probably be the next thing Liquid wants to do.
14-minute Battle Fury. Absolutely perfect here for Rezo. And as expected, did have, for the most part, an incredibly free lane up on the top. Getting involved in kills as well when Matumba turned up to the lane. But of course, this is all something that Liquid, they allowed this to happen. They know that they have
Rezo is. They're going for it. They get the vacuum up on the high ground, and with the Infest Bomb, really well played there by Mind Control. Liquid just aware of where he was farming.
Yeah, and this is the thing, it doesn't matter what time you let that anti-mage get his Battle Fury by if you're able to kill him, and Liquid have such a good lineup, as the panel mentioned, for taking down this anti-mage that's still going to be in farming phase for quite a while.
Yeah, and that was without the ward. They didn't have any vision of him actually being there. They just figured that that's where he's going to be farming since they have 3 aggressive wards. And now they place the one defensive ward, watching what he does, walk into their jungle. So, yeah, that was just a perfect smoke, because there's 2 wards actually there to defend him.
Tower is under attack.
Of course, under that smoke, they're not able to see them. Still nighttime for 50 more seconds. Empire start trying to keep their aggression going, but Liquid now all are reacting. Everyone is porting down bottom.
Yeah, they see them under this ward. And I mean, Empire, they have 2 heroes here. They could be in trouble. Poch goes straight for the TP out. We actually make it. No cancel there quite in time. Roger still very deep. Liquid themselves, no wards down here. So Roger may be finding. Doesn't actually have a TP though. So he's going to have to find a long way out of this.
He's going to have to wait. He's trying to go for the courier, is what it looks like here with the base boots.
Looks like he can get away with it. All right, Roger. We saw him do it game 1, game 2 he gets it.
May pay with his life. GH on the prowl. He now saw him for a second. Daytime is going to kick in about 8 seconds here. Roger's hiding though. GH does not know. Roger has the ward advantage.
He's going to get away with it. Bottom lane, mind control.
Nicely done. Space.
Net complete. FN pretty much has the blink dagger, and absolutely crucial, as we're saying. If either FN can get onto this back line, or you have the disruptor with the static storm, anything that they can do to stop Kuro from being able to save Miracle on the front lines.
Yeah, that is
the chance to turn the fight. It's all down to Miposhka and FN.
That is the nice thing that they do have. You know, Empire has that very vision-heavy lineup with the Night Stalker, with the Bat Rider, and they have, of course, the puck to get into the back lines. If they can, that's their biggest window to go for those type of plays onto the Huskar. But you know, it's like I keep mentioning, you know, it's a Huskar lineup, but this Lifestealer is very threatening. Already about to have Desolator finished up on top of that Armlet. His damage is going to be no joke. It's really only the anti-mage to deal with that. The other 4 heroes do not match up well versus Lifestealer or Huskar.
And because of the brilliant way, and he's just able to desolate that Liquid are itemizing at home, it means that there's just no chance that Empire can set up the fight. We'll see GH's vision here as he went for that chase and keep Roger with that position around the tree line. No vision at all. GH of course making the nice call as well, not to waste too much time hunting for it. Gets back to his team. A bit of a smile there as well, as he knows that Duke's successful there. Top lane, Miracle and Matumba pushing down this tier 2.
Power trade. Very even game though so far. About 1k lead for Empire and 2k experience lead. They've been doing a good job of using those night times aggressively. All 10 kills have been involved with Roger. So these keep like beating it to death basically, but these roaming forests are really the crucial things for a majority of these teams. They now know where Rezo's farming. We actually do see the ping coming up from Miracle. And this is what we were talking about. The Armlet, Corrosive Haze, they can walk straight into Roche Pit, even open wounds on top, so the sustain is there.
Empire know that this is going on.
In though, yeah, they
did scan it outside. They're heading towards the pit. Are they going to be able to take the fight? That Miracle already heading straight in. Jumps forward as Roger with the Corrosive Haze. Roger just evaporates. Now, they do get the lasso, but again, they should have potential save. They have got a Fox Promise, Static Storm keeping them at bay, Dream Coil as well. Kuroki, he's still got the range though, gets the Fox Promise off onto Miracle. Miracle no longer in any sort of threat. In fact, Miracle goes forward. He's going to get ghosted with the spears, back up to full health thanks to Kuroki on the Oracle. And Liquid could head straight back into the pit. Empire, very little they can do at this stage of the game. They need to just hope that the time's going to be there for Rezo to get a few more items.
He's trying his damnedest.
At least the Manta style.
Yeah. He's trying so hard to get that split push. This is what's so crazy though. It's like the Huskar Oracle and the Dazzle Huskar kind of things is, of course he's very immune to most damage, but it's that you're so low. So you have the max Berserker Blood left pretty much at all times. So you have 304 feet bonus attack speed in all of those instances.
There's just no way that Rezo can turn up to a fight in this state.
And they have no damage for, they don't really have the damage for Huskar or a Lifestealer in that case, because he's all their physical.
Yeah, this just the Huskar pick, as usually is when Liquid find a chance to pick it. It's such a strong final 5th pick. We'll get Glimpse back.
Got Aegis, maybe we can bring him down once here since he's so isolated.
The armless upon him, currently not quite in the neighborhood. It's the vacuum wall though, Empire already backing up. They know they can't get him a second time.
I think he actually looked like he double tapped the armor there. Maybe a slight mistake.
Well, in fact, Timon might just find Pushka. Pushka. The TP out, keep himself alive. So much weight on Rezo this game. He needs to farm his backside off and the quickest he ever has. Nearly has the Manta. At least at that point, it becomes hard for Liquid to catch him. But of course, the way that Liquid are playing, they really don't give a damn about this anti-mage. They're not hunting him down. They're just pushing the lanes. They know that they can win this game without having to even think twice about the AM if they continue at this pace.
Yeah. GH is getting very close to Blink Dagger, so they'll have that catch mechanic at least for him later on.
Dire's middle tower.
And now the Courier is going to be delivering a lot of items here for Liquid. The Greaves are finished up, the Desolator.
You can see they're trying to somehow find the back lines, but Miracle jumps forward, will get the Blink off, does have the lasso. He's far away now from Kuro. Getting up to the neighborhood, and there we have it again. False promise out to the Huskar. Miracle's going to be fine. They should be able to get Ghost Stick as he gets nuked down by the Purified Flame.
The two-man stun.
Gets the two-man crush as well onto FN and Roger. And Liquid, they can move in for more with the vision from the Corrosive Haze. Miracle jumps up to the high ground, takes down Roger. The rest of Empire sent back to base. They just cannot deal with this combo. We saw them there trying to somehow wrap around the lineup of Liquid to get to Kuroki, but Kuroki's positioning absolutely perfect, constantly keeping his entire team between himself and that of Empire.
Hunting Rezo. He's got Manta style, so he's able to remove that vision of the Corrosive Haze, but GH continues to chase, sees the real one.
It's going to be close.
Unable to find him though, too fast with that blink.
Yeah, Miracle as well, 21 minutes in, Halberd has the lifesteal, armlet. I mean, if Empire could somehow defeat this Liquid Huskar lineup, it's going to be quite the performance.
They're trying their hardest to make as much space for Rezo. He's getting pretty big. He's got building toward a butterfly next. So he just gets shredded. Playing a support in this game is probably one of the hardest things to do versus a Huskar Oracle.
Under attack.
Every time you're seen, you're dead. Roger actually walks up, gets spotted for a moment, but he can die.
Looking to try and get that Solar Crest on Roger. I mean, any sort of thing they can use to try and slow down the potential of Miracle in these team fights. Resolution. Can he do it? I want to say already, I feel that this game for Rezo and Empire's going better than that of Rezo and Planet Odd when we saw them have to deal with Huskar.
Yeah.
Poshka though, not having a fun time. Matuma straight in upon him. Empire are there. Can they do anything to react?
Oh, the stun is bad.
And Miracle, he's just going to be ready to fight. They do get the lasso off, trying to drag him away, but Miracle jumps down into the river. Ghost Stick ticking down low. Will try for the TP out. Not going to make it though. The Purifying Flames nuke from Kuro, enough to take him.
Roger's going to get cut up to it.
He's not getting out of here. The vacuum down to the low ground. Corrosive Haze granting them the vision and the potential to beat down upon him. Empire losing all four other than Rezo. Liquid pushing down the bottom lane.
All of them are full health. They're all healthy. And Rezo's trying his damnedest to do the split push that he can. Going for that AC next.
I mean, they may just even get the racks here.
This is the push.
I don't know if Empire can push Liquid out of the base. We'll see how safe Liquid want to play. They don't. They're sticking around. They know that they can stand their ground here. 23 minutes in. Take a melee racks from the lineup of Empire. There's nothing that Empire can do at this stage of the game with the draft that they have against the Huskar. Resolution will at least find something in return.
They were trying to actually go for that pickup there. GH was TPing, but it looked like either cancel it or I think he got glimpsed actually. It looked like from Pushka to stop his TP. They smoke up though. They want to continue that aggression. They want to try to get more out of it.
Empire, they've got to run, they've got to hide, but they're not going to get the chance. GH and Matuma straight in onto Ghost Stick. Kinetic Field will hold back the Slardar. So no more casualties. But now, at least for Empire. Miracle will back up to the top lane. Start to clean it out. Push back what Resolution had achieved. In fact, GH.
Invis. This could be pretty big to pick up one of the heroes. Manta Style is
He's
still
out on his own, though. Doesn't quite have backup.
Matu's on his way. He blinks away. He blinks out. Doesn't want to try to go for that when there's 3 heroes there.
Rezo looking for the Assault Crash. At least something that may help them turn the tides against the Huskar, but even at that, we know that these fights are very, very far from becoming easy or even possible for Empire against this backup, this team that they have around the Huskar. It's such a perfect draft around Miracle.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, it's just the anti-mage. He can deal with the Huskar, but then it's the life steal, which can also be a big issue with this build that he's gone on. I love that Matu goes for the Rush Desolator build too. Being able to take those early buildings, that's what they want to do. They don't want to take this game super late versus an anti-mage. They may be able to just because of their heroes, but that's not what they want to do. This team is about closing games around 30 minutes.
Oh, that's a man who's drafted Huskar. The smile down Kuro's face is lovely, and that's a man that's had Huskar drafted against him.
Ben's very stressed out right now.
Dire are scanning.
Nearly, well, closing in on having an Assault Cuirass as well on Miracle. That's the money for the Hyperstone. 1,300 to go, and that will be there. The AC on a Huskar. Deso, as we've seen obviously on Matumba, as you mentioned, picking it up as his first major item.
The last pretty much 13 minutes has had 0 kills for Empire. They have been stuck at that 10 kill mark while Liquid picked up an immense amount, plus shrines, plus racks. So that's the timing we were talking about, you know, that armlet into the Aegis, that's where they get their big ball rolling for Liquid, and they've done it perfectly so far. Rezo's trying so hard to get that farm for him to be that carry to the next joint engagements, but his team just does not match up well versus Liquid's god besides him.
Rezo nearly at his own Assault Cuirass. So at least something, and as well as obviously for giving a bit more chance when it comes down to being forced to fight. Also nice for the pushing as well himself. Maybe he can continue to look for this wrap potential. We know that Liquid's line up for the most part to get the job done. They do love to move as high. You can try and slowly pull them apart to these side lanes, make them react to his plays. But he has got to be on the top of his game. And so far in terms of the farm he has, but can Rezo and Empire outplay this incredible force that Liquid have here in this game? Too.
Definitely not if they get Aegis and Cheese. If Liquid gets this Aegis and Cheese, they're going to be able to just walk down the mid, or maybe even just the top lane. Top lane is usually easier to push because there's not as many shrines accessible. Mid is one of the hardest because of that triple shrine. And Roche, we're going to find out in about 10 seconds how long it will be till it respawns. Full AC for Miracle, so already has that one to match up with Rezo if he does get it. That's going to make their siege a lot easier. And Roche is a very short timer, 18 seconds until that's going to be coming up. Don't know if Empire can take the fight around that Roche. Kurogi though does get isolated by Rezo. So gets at least one pick off here while Kuro's trying to get wards out to prep for that Roche. They start pinging it out already on Empire. They know that it could be a problem. Now Roche will spawn. My control walks in at the exact timing that it does.
I mean, is it at the point where you look to FN and say, you've got to go in for a steal? You've got to look for that Aegis steal play on the part.
They got to go for some kind of big fight. They have to get very good vision around that Roche pit to look for that Oracle.
I mean, if they can find Miracle whilst Kuro's down, Miracle very close for them there. They're looking to see if they can get some sort of a catch. And they got the vision for the glimpse they have. Miracle glimpse back. They will grab him into the lasso. No Kuro for 10.
Remake Crunch.
Comes in with the crunch. Grabs them all. Matumba Man gets the double kill. It doesn't matter that Kuro's not there because the rest of the team have Miracle's back. GH there, quick with the jump in. Now they turn towards Roshan. Empire with 2 down. Kuro's back in the game. This should be an easy Roche for Liquid. And Empire know that they cannot come anywhere near this. It's down, it's gone into the hands of Miracle. The Aegis is there.
Aegis and Cheese, their top lane is in a perfect position for Liquid to push, so down the mid lane, the line is drawn. Now Rezo has to try to push out this bottom wave, and now you see Rezo actually puts the BKB into his quick buy. He needs to fight into this next couple situations, but he's still quite a ways away.
I mean, there was so much hope here for Empire getting that grab back, but immediately GH joining in with Matumba Man. Very little that Empire could do to react to that. The rage out before Miposhka could get the Static Storm out in response.
It was pretty surprising that Miposhka didn't actually just try coating the area with the Static Storm early to preemptively expect maybe some kind of rotations in.
Top lane,
but they just
comes the siege.
Didn't expect GH there, and yeah.
Rezo The query though, he's going to look to try and force some sort of reaction. The tier 3 falling though, they have the fortification. Rezo continuing with the split push pressure.
Does not push nearly as fast as they do.
And he hasn't quite got the creeps to the back door, slowing him down as well now. The creeps are back, but already up top, they're losing the full set of racks on this top lane as Liquid claim another. Rezo, how long is he going to stay down here? The fortification coming out from Liquid. He needs the rest of his team to stop Liquid from getting the Mega. They'll jump in with the lasso. Static's on there as well. They do get the silence out. Kuroki was silenced. So Economy get the backup. Now he has the false promise. Comes through onto Miracle. Empire tried their best there to keep the Oracle silenced, but it wasn't long enough. Miracle now turning towards Ghost Stick. Rezo did manage to get a rack from the bottom. He gets the melee racks. Rezo gets back. A kill would really be the icing on top of the cake here if Empire can find it, but Miracle just standing his ground. No false promise for a bit. Rezo is here, ready to fight.
Still got Aegis too.
He's going to jump in, look at the back line. He's trying to go for Mike John. Miracle jumps on him. Miracle will get brought away there by the glimpse. Rezo able to blink out again. Jump forward from Ghost Stick, looking for a target here. See if Miposh can get out. He cannot. It will get brought down by the Crush Face. The Crush from GH, but buyback immediately. Ghost Stick as well. Drawing Liquid away, but Miracle's just standing his ground, beating into the mid-racks, looking for the Mega Creeps. He's going to get it. Mega Creeps are out now in favor of Liquid. Empire, they are still all alive here for this defense. What can they do to stop this now? Up against the Megas. Jump forward from Miracle, looking for Miposhka. He gets the glimpse back, but he's already gone. Miposhka down for 40. Roger, Corrosive hazed up as well. Matsumaman chases him. Resolution moving in, but GG. Good luck next is called by Empire. It's all too much once again. This Huskar pick pretty much setting the game. Some would certainly say from the start. It was such a beautiful pick. Liquid at the end. I mean, beautiful if you like Huskar things, but of course, if you're a Liquid fan, you would have been smiling all the way there to the end.
It is what it is, right? You got Huskar Oracled.
Yeah.
Not even just a Huskar Oracle, they also have the backup of the Lifestealer. So overall, well.